Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new Blackout video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Orisa leaks, the Sojourn leaks. Apparently, Orisa has 3 brand new abilities, and that's pretty cool to talk about. So I thought we'd talk about that today. If you guys do enjoy this video, definitely comment, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for all future Overwatch 2 videos, as well as follow me on Twitter and Instagram, as well as Twitch, where if you guys want to hang out and talk more Overwatch 2, I'm definitely down. I recommend you guys join our Discord as well, as we have some pretty cool conversations in there, and we're going to be a little bit more active within the Discord community as well. So we're trying to get people in there so we can all just kind of create this really positive community within the Discord. That's enough introductions. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's get into the video. Play the intro. Coming from GG Recon. I'm actually going to leave a link to the article in the description, so if you guys want to check out the article itself, it will be there. If you guys want to click on the article and show some support. All the sources within the article wanted to be put down as anonymous, as to not get obviously sued by Blizzard, as this is supposed to be a closed alpha and they're not supposed to actually talk about everything that they're seeing. Pretty much even with the change to 5v5, a lot of the sources have been saying that Overwatch is still Overwatch. Overwatch 2 has not changed from the original roots of what Overwatch is, and that's obviously a good thing. They have noticed that there are fewer shields within the game, and that may cause a problem within the Overwatch system, at least competitive play. Also stated that the tank role seems to be the most affected role out of all the roles in Overwatch 2. More or less, I think this is to be expected for the most part with Sojourn, but everybody is saying that Sojourn right now, and Blizzard has actually said this within their last developer update or developer stream, that Sojourn has appeared to be a little bit overtuned or overpowered, especially for a DPS. Being described with her railgun to be able to one-shot 200 HP tanks. Obviously with her railgun ability, and this isn't just with her railgun ability, it's actually with her disruptor shot, which is another ability as well. The disruptor shot has been described as a grenade-like field that slows enemies in an area around it. As we've all seen, or as we all have heard for the most part by now, she also has a slide ability. But with her power slide, it also allows her for both horizontal and vertical movement, so that seems a little bit tricky to obviously manage, and it also has a 5-second cooldown for now. Seems like Sojourn is definitely kind of taking the reins as possibly the best DPS in the game, but obviously she is the newest hero, so Blizzard probably wants to make sure she gives a really strong impression with where Overwatch 2 may be going. Now, this may not be for every DPS or may not be for every hero, but they want to start on the ground running with a really strong DPS to lead the fight. We've also got statements that Orisa's kit has changed significantly for the most part. Apparently from her old kit, she's actually only keeping 1 ability with 3 brand new ones, so we're going to go over those and see what information we can get out of that. 3 abilities that have been taken out of Orisa's kit have been her Holt, her Supercharger, and her Protective Barrier. These have all been removed, so you guys will no longer see them going into Overwatch 2. Now this is something I'm super excited for, because this actually sounds pretty cool. The next ability I'm going to talk about, and I'm thinking this is definitely going to create a more interesting Orisa for the most part. So Orisa has received a new ability called Energy Spear, a javelin which knocks opponents back upon hit and deals additional damage when shoving them into a wall. And please comment below, tell me what you guys think about that. I think that's somewhat pretty cool now that Blizzard is getting a little bit more technical with how abilities work in Overwatch 2, adding a little bit more interesting effects and, you know, and status effects onto abilities in Overwatch. I mean, Orisa always had that ball that kind of drew people in, but I think this seems a little bit more interesting, but definitely kind of may seem a little bit overpowered, but we'll have to see. Some abilities may be overtuned, and that's what the alpha, beta, and closed open beta, that's what all this is for. So yeah, comment below, tell me your thoughts on these abilities. I think these are super interesting, but yeah, let's get into it more. Her new E ability is called Spear Spin. Destroys projectiles in front of Orisa, giving her additional movement speed and pushes enemies out of the way. So I'm liking the fact that tanks do seem a little bit more impactful, and I think this is what they were talking about when they say tanks were the most affected. They were given a little bit more agency within the game with these new abilities that cause a decent bit of damage and disruption within the field of gameplay. I think this is great, and compared to Sojourn's abilities, I definitely feel less concerned about how tanks are going to be handled, or tanks are going to handle high damage output DPSs like Sojourn. But Blizzard is definitely taking tanks into account in their agency within the game in terms of how impactful they can be against stronger DPSs. Finally, her new ultimate ability. So be ready for this one, guys. Her new ultimate ability is called Terra Lance. So Terra Lance pulls opponents toward Orisa in a large radius, reducing damage taken by her as she becomes immune to crowd control effects and channels the ability. The longer the ability is channeled, the more damage is dealt. I'm a huge fan of damage over time, so this sounds super interesting. Obviously, we'll have to see how it, performs in the actual field of gameplay, but from this ultimate, guys, I'm really actually super excited for Overwatch 2. I feel like this game is going to be actually super fun, super interesting. It's going to be amazing to see how players adapt to the new gameplay of Overwatch 2, how the gameplay has changed now that it's 5v5, but you have these super impactful abilities that just seem kind of insane. But it definitely feels like these reworks weren't anything small. It feels like Blizzard really wanted to bring more agency to a lot of heroes. So we're gonna see from a very technical standpoint how these heroes have been changed to really adapt to that new 5v5 gameplay to allow more agency now that we only have, well, now that we have one less player on the field. And as you guys know, Doomfist has been moved to the tank role, no longer in DPS, which I think is the correct move for Blizzard. Obviously, I feel like with these new reworks, even Doomfist might be pretty hilarious in terms of how he plays. But Blizzard did state in their last developer stream that he's still Doomfist. He can still go in and out of fights pretty easily. He just has a little bit, he obviously has more HP, but he still has that core Doomfist where he's able to get in and out of situations when he needs to. As a plus, we're also going to talk about Doomfist's new abilities, so I think this is going to be super interesting. So let's get into that. Obviously, with Doomfist moving over into the tank role, he has an increase in HP, so that's obviously a given, but his rocket punch has actually been nerfed and it's been lowered significantly, but it's gaining additional functionality through his new ability and his kit. His new skill, Power Block, which allows him to absorb damage for a short amount of time, will charge his rocket punches damage temporarily to comparable levels as they are on live today, or as in right now. Rising Uppercut and Seismic Slam have been made into one ability, in that Doomfist will uppercut at the start of his ability while slamming down in a much wider area to provide crowd control. End quote. Damage from his abilities have been described from the article as moderate, and with no additional heroes have been made in the alpha test so far based on what the article is saying. I said before, guys, this article came from GG Recon, so definitely go make sure to check them out. Again, you show some love because this article is pretty insane, so definitely cool guys over there. So with that, tell me, what do you guys think? This was a huge ability dump for Overwatch 2. I think this video was like super awesome, so if you guys could just drop the like, smash the like button for future Overwatch 2 videos, that would be very much appreciated. I want to hear your comments below on all the new abilities that dropped today. Yeah, this is super awesome. I'm super excited for the alpha test or beta test, honestly, because this sounds like it's super fresh. I'm ready for 5v5. This is looking pretty awesome, guys. Anyway, guys, this video was great. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, my name is Blackout, and till next time, have a good day.